Is this real? No, that's not real.
I'm doing it live quickly, man.
1 second, this is not real. That's edited.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's edited.
Yes, nice one, everyone. Lovely. Welcome, one and all. Welcome. Yes, let me let a few people come in, and then I'll have my say. You saying, Shanae? You alright, sweetheart? Evening to you both. Bless you. Add me to the live. You don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm good. Honestly, I'm really good. It's really nice to actually be back doing a live and just having you guys tune in. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to tune in. I'm going to start talking about, do us a favour, everyone, subscribe to Dr Mark Prince OBE, my YouTube channel, because I've started doing boxing commentary on there, and I started, my new show's going to get released on the YouTube channel and on YouLook. It's an online channel. It's called the Dr Prince Show, and it's coming out on YouLook channel. So if you type in YouLook TV. So if you type in YouLook TV online, hey, who's that? Donna Thomas. Yeah, bless. Yeah, can you add me to the live? I want to ask a few questions. Great. Who's that? Kem Lopez. Yeah, just ask me here for now. Just drop in any bits for now on this, yeah. I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were on the fight last night, because I had my breakdown of the fight and what I saw, and I done it while I was watching it. I done the YouTube live, but I just wanted to hear what people thought about the fight. Can't wait to see the show. Yeah, you know that, fam. I can't wait to see it myself, because obviously it's a new era that I've kind of gone into, interviewing guests. So I'm looking forward to it as well. Yeah, welcome everyone that's coming in. What gave you the courage to come to my primary in 2000? What gave you the courage to come to my primary in 2019? Courage. It's my gift. It's my chosen. What did I come to your school in 2019 to do? Wasn't it to join? Wasn't it to do a talk with you? Tell me a little bit about when I came into your school. What happened when I came into your school? Thank you so much for joining. Those that are boxing fans, I really want to just hear your view on AJ last night. And Usyk, that's correct. Carter Hatch Junior School, boom. Kemal Lopez, Carter Hatch Junior School. So how old are you? How old are you, firstly? How old are you? Let me see. Joined to Hatch, and yeah, who felt that the fight was really exciting? It was a good fight. What do you think about Joshua's performance, and what do you think about Usyk's performance? Is there anybody that wants to have a chat with me about it, and I'll bring you in on this, or comment in the box, share with me how you felt about AJ's fight, because I know he lost. Yeah, I know he did, Russell only won West London. Easy. Come on, that probably you are's in there. Dave joined. Can you add me? Yeah, I can add you. You're going to talk to me about the AJ fight, what I'm talking about. Are you going to talk to him about your primary school? Go live with Kemo Lopez. So who am I talking to first, Kem? You one of the school youths. How old are you now, Kem? Joined. Who was your toughest opponent? My toughest opponent, apart from being myself, because I think that's who I really battled with every time I fought. I'd love to hear your opinion on the fight, Mark. Okay, I'm going to give it. That's why I've come here. I'm going to give the opinion. I just wanted to hear from anybody else. And, okay, AJ fight. Yeah, this is just to talk about the AJ fight. So I will give my opinion. And please subscribe to Dr. Mark Prince OBE, my YouTube channel, where I done a live on there with as I watched the AJ fight, and I'll be releasing the show. Can I give my opinion? Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's give your opinion. Go live with Kemo. Talk to me, Kemo. There you go, Kemo. I'll press the button to go live with you.
Hi.
Oh, it's a young lady. I can't
Oh,
see you yet.
camera.
It's a young man. Yes, my brother. How you doing? How old are you, man?
I am 12 and I'm going to be 13 in January.
That's really cool. I'd like to have a nice young man come on, 12 years old. So, talk to me. Firstly, you said something about me coming into your school.
Yeah, you came to my school in 2019, the year that I was leaving primary.
Okay, cool. What did you get from it, man?
It gave me the courage to, tell people, my story and things like that.
Awesome. Awesome.
He told us about it, and it did kind of make everyone upset in my class.
Yeah. Why? Because the story was so sad.
Yeah.
You
was letting people sit on your back and you was doing push-ups.
You was at that school. That was exciting though, weren't it?
Yeah.
So it weren't all sad stories, was it, young man?
Yeah.
That's excellent. Tell me one thing that you remember in the talk that you took away for yourself that made you feel something positive.
To not let things let you down and always think about the good side, not the bad side.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Don't let things crush your spirit, young man, because your spirit is unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You taking that on board?
Off your room lights off and get on your bed. Have you done your homework?
That's all right, Kim.
Pardon?
That's all right, man. We got you. Well, who's that? Your dad?
Yeah.
He wants you to get some sleep, doesn't he? Yeah, because you got school in the morning. You know, one of the things that the school kids do, they stay up so late, they're on their phone, and when they're in my class, they're falling asleep. Do you know what I'm saying? So get a good night's sleep, Kim. Okay, I'm really proud of you. Thanks for coming online. It's really nice. And when I come on live again, you're going to come back.
Yeah.
Because you're a wonderful young man. I want to hear a bit more about your story. I want to hear a bit more about the struggles and how we can add value to your life so you can see your greatness. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you stay in touch with me then, yeah?
Bye.
So are you allowed to stop to tell me your opinion on... Oh, he's gone. He ran. That was a lovely young man, wasn't it, guys? Yeah, school tomorrow, young man. Beds. His dad hotted him up, boy. What are you doing? Go to your bed. That's beautiful, though, Kem. Listen to Pops. Great young man. All right, so let's get into this. AJ, guys. So our multi belt champion, our British champion, relinquished his belts and gave it to, well, the guy took it from him, didn't he? He took it from him. He didn't give it to him. We could discuss why I said gave it away in a minute, but tell me your views on AJ, and if you want to come in, come in. But can I share with you mine? Yeah. Okay. Who was wondering where AJ's killer instinct was in that fight as a warrior? So as a former fighter, I can share with you what it's like preparing for a fight, how you feel, how it consumes your life. And for me, I think it's good to be nice and calm. It's really good to be calm. But I just felt, because when I was commentating, I was admiring the way he was calm. But then on reflection, I looked and I thought, okay, I like being calm, but I didn't see an edge. I didn't see him ready to be prepared, mentally focused, that somebody's coming in the ring to take away the food off his table, to take away his legacy, to take away his position and his belt. I didn't feel that was coming out of him. Hungry fighters, that's what you need to be, a hungry fighter. So first things first, I didn't pick that up, that AJ was just a hungry fighter still, you know? So it led me to think that has AJ kind of become more of a businessman that can box a bit and can fight a bit? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there because your instincts as a warrior and your fighter kick in when you realize I'm losing this fight. And as a fighter, I know that feeling comes in your head. And you might even not feel you've lost it, but you might thought, I don't want the judges to be iffy about this, so I'm going to do more. So I was looking for that more, like that urgency. Another area that I was thinking about was the urgency in the corner to start those alarm bells ringing. AJ said, look, listen, this guy's been stealing rounds, because I've got the rounds here that I put down. So Usyk round 1, AJ round 2. This is who I give the rounds to. Usyk got round 3 and 4. AJ, I gave him round 5. And 6, I gave to AJ. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Usyk. Okay, that's how I scored this fight. Shit, school tomorrow, son, beds. Tell me how you looked at this fight, guys. How did you see this fight? He got outboxed. Great respect for putting it on the line. Okay, so I think that's just the part of the business. You have to put your belt on the line. That is the boxing business. The respect comes from your performance. Your respect doesn't come from putting it on the line, because every time you go in the ring, you put your belts on the line, even if you think it's a minor risk. You know, it's heavyweights throwing punches, so it's always risky. Yeah. You feel that AJ's confidence has gone. No idea, but it keeps coming up on the phone. It's this one, babe. So who else feels that way? AJ's confidence has gone. I don't think his confidence has gone, but I think I understand what you're saying. Are you saying what we call in boxing gun shy? Like, gun shy is when you're in the pocket with the fighter and you're scared to go toe to toe, punch for punch, block, punch, and you're both throwing hell for leather. And it's like, you know, I got to take this risk. I've had to do it myself in fights. I had a cut that was really bad one day, and the ref came in my corner and said to me that I'm going to give you one more round, Prince. I got to pull you out. The cut's really bad. So for me, that was a lifeline. I was fighting #1 in the country, Morris Hardcore, and he was giving me 3 minutes to basically my last chance to see if I could win the fight. And I had to take it. So in my head, it was like, well, forget all of the other stuff I learned in boxing about defense and all of these tactics. I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna have to fight for this and just go up to him and take it. And I'll risk getting sparked. If he sparks me, then good on him. And I ended up winning. Did AJ respect him too much? This is why I think I'm saying that AJ's more into a businessman that can box and utilizes the ability that he has to box. And he's making a shitload of money as he deserves to from it. But he's becoming more of a businessman because boxing is a serious sport where man could get taken out in the ring. So you can't be nicey. Man was taking selfies before the fight kicked off in the changing room. Like, nah, my focus is on. You ain't my friend. I'll take selfies afterwards. I'll hug you afterwards. I'll do all of that afterwards. But fight time, like I'm the warrior. Like the business side of things, I've got people dealing with that. But I'm the fighter. I'm not getting this all messed up and getting this all confused. Like someone's coming to take off my head. And you're right, Russell Green. The tiger wasn't there. What else we got? Yeah, so I don't know what you feel about, because I've been watching these interviews and everything that's been said, and those are very important, what's been said. To me, he feared being knocked out and held back a bit. Okay.
True.
Okay. Shine City sent a request to be in your live video. Yep, Shine City, you can certainly join. Yep. So, let me see what Shine City would like to say. I'm going to invite you in, my brother. AJ gets hit and switches off. I've said it before.
Yo, family.
Yes, Wagwan, my brother.
Come on, fam. Long time, my guy.
A long time, my man.
I know.
Now, tell everyone about you. Just give yourself a quick plug before we move on.
Come on, the Shine City, the familiar. You get me? Record label, studio, Tottenham based. I'm coming to your gym, my bro. I'm not sleeping. I'm there.
That's great.
£3 a session is way too good. Way too good for me to miss that one.
I hope you've been following it and you've been watching it and seeing what's going on.
Yeah. I see what's going on. I'm in.
Yeah. Let's pack the joint out, because when we pack it out, then they have to get us somewhere where we got space, because we just pack out the joint. So you know, everyone come down. Tottenham opposite. It's the opposite Tottenham football ground where AJ fought. It says Tottenham Community Sports Centre, right opposite the football ground. And right next to it, it says Haringey Boxing. So I'm in there on Tuesdays from 6 to 8.
Yeah.
And I don't just train people's bodies and utilize boxing training and everything else that I've learned. I train the mind.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm doing when you're watching, you'll see that the mindset's getting developed. So muscles are being built here and muscles are being built here.
Yeah.
And those are the skills that I want to pass on to individuals so they can become champions for life.
Yeah,
And champions to want to box, but really be able to have the mindset to tackle life's challenges.
Yeah, come on.
So, boom,
Because
you done a little
talking about the mind, that's the what I want to touch on. You know the mind,
yeah.
I box a little bit, innit? I've trained with Marv. I box a little bit.
Nice.
And something that there's two types of people in it. There's people that get hit, yeah, and then they cower, innit? They wanna hide, innit? Like, and then there's people that get hit and they switch on. That thing just clicks in them. Like are you what's like? Do you know what I'm saying? There's just that thing that switches on, and something that I've seen in AJ. I feel like he doesn't have that thing that when he gets hit, that switches on, that makes him think, nah, this guy, I need to show this guy who I am and who he's dealing with. I don't feel like he's got that thing. It's weird. Every single time I watch him fight, it happened and he doesn't go toe to toe. It's so like, you'd think someone that is a natural heavyweight fighting with someone that has to go up in weight would use that bullish aggression and size on him and push him about a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get in his face, like take a couple hits and push forward. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's like it come like he doesn't believe, he doesn't even believe that he's a warrior. It's always it's a weird thing watching him fight. I swear to God, I don't get it. I don't understand how you can go in the ring and know that, you know, it's.
Do you think that it's because of the experience? Because we never know how something really has scarred somebody. Okay. Yes, North London is red. So big up all the reds out there. North London's red. I can't ignore you guys. But think about it, yeah? You go into a fight. I'm telling you this, I believe things can scar you depending on who you are as an individual. Now, look at the way that AJ was beaten by Ruiz that day, okay?
Scared.
And then what happened was the rematch. I, in my mind, would have wanted to improve in the pocket, because that was all that Ruiz was better than AJ, was in the pocket, gunfighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Cover up, that's all this was. That's what happened when he got taken out. It was a block, counter, block, counter. It was a gunfight. And you have to have developed those skills to block and counter off that. And Ruiz was better at it than AJ. But we don't know how mentally that affected him, because the next fight, he felt that he had to take off weight, be lighter on his feet and all of that. But there was still another way. You could have just developed more in the pocket skills and more utilizing your jab to keep Ruiz outside as a short, you know, stockier, heavier guy. Keep him on the outside. Teach AJ how to utilize distance, like how Mayweather is such an expert at distance. And I think that's the key. How do you use this attributes that I have? I've got great attributes. Someone teach me how to use them. Because I remember my trainer, Carly, he used to open my arms and say, look at your arms, look how long they are. He said, make sure you hit people at the end of the punch. Don't find yourself punching and the punch is halfway. That means your distance is all wrong. Get them at the end, keep them there. And AJ looked slower. Go and watch the fight again. He looked slower. I know I've seen AJ's hands quicker than that. So it made me, as a former world-class fighter, I know what little things can make you slower. So I was wondering, maybe he's been overtrained. He's been in camp for too long.
They did say he was working on his strength as opposed to his speed this time.
That's weird. Do you think they say they were working on his stamina?
Stamina. It said punching power.
I'm quite sure they could be working on his punching power,
That's
because
what they said.
if
That's
they're
what they
working
were
on his
quoted. Yeah, they
punching
said
power,
punching power.
he's already got it. There's nothing to work on. He's built his career off being big, muscular, powerful, and punching.
But
So that couldn't have been
But
what they
that's
said
the
they're
issue,
going to
though.
work
I
on.
feel like they worked on. I feel like when he walks in the ring, he hopes, he bets on that being an intimidating factor. Because when he gets into the gunfight like mode of the fight, like he gave Usyk way too much space. Usyk was way too quick in the brain for him to be given that much space to be able to see the punches come in and get around it. It was like,
Okay, so let's nail what went wrong. Okay, from the very first bell, who should be controlling the fight?
AJ, no brainer.
Who should be running around the outskirts of the fight, and who should be standing their ground in the middle?
AJ should have been in the middle pushing
Good.
forward.
And here's why, for people that don't fully understand the deepness of this, is that the bigger guy controls the center of the ring, controls the fight, and makes the smaller guy do what he wants him to do. You keep him outside. Why? Because your reach make Usyk have to work to get inside that reach. And every time he comes inside that range, the straight right is the honey punch for southpaws. In fact, as soon as a southpaw steps in front of me, I would use my right like a jab. Bam.
Yeah.
But I'll use it like a jab, because they're always facing it. They're always lined up looking at my right hand. And I found it strange how AJ was using the right hand less than I'd ever seen it thrown.
But that's why I say it's that instinct thing, because like he should have walked straight into the middle of the ring, first of all. Yeah. And secondly, the fact that Usyk was able to control the fight, it's a mental, because it's a mental game when you're in the ring. Yeah. You have to mentally shift the fight into your game. When Usyk is basically pushing forward on AJ and AJ's moving onto the outskirts and he's getting the ring closed down on him, it's like, to me, it was confusing, because I thought, wait, what's going on here? I thought it was going to be a spectacle, just a display of how good AJ is. That's what I thought was going to happen.
I never thought that.
I thought
don't ever know. Here's why. You're dealing with someone who's conquered his division. I want you to think about that for a moment. Here's a man where he's not only got to world level, he's dominated the world level with other world level champions. That in itself takes a certain level of thinking and a certain level of skill. Here's a man that's got like over 300 amateur fights, only 18 pro fights. That's because due to his background and knowledge in fighting the world's best, he can go straight in as a pro and utilize all that world level experience and go straight in and fight really good guys, where someone like me or another fighter will have to kind of build up with a lot of journeymen to get the experience, like AJ has well done. And we would have to build up, because AJ, like me, didn't have a lot of amateur fights. I had 9. AJ had more experience than me. He went into the Olympics, stuff like that. But he's still done absolutely excellent for somebody in 2 years to be able to go from starting boxing to be in the Olympics. So you have to rate that. So let's get it clear. One of the first things I want to say is congratulations to both fighters. Congratulations that you put on such a great fight for us, the viewers. And I just want to say thank you for both of them, AJ and Usyk. I'm a respecter of the sport. So you won't hear me like, I don't really take sides. You'll see me maybe liking a style more than the other.
Like this one here, I took a side, man. I looked at it. I said, yo, this guy, when he walked into, did you watch him walking into the?
I watched him. I watched everything.
Bro,
he was on. He was clued up, stuck on it,
he was
focused.
praying, bro. He was walked into and then look. Every time he walked into the middle of the ring, he got pushed straight back onto the outs. Every time you watch it on I think it was the 4th round. think it was the 4th round. He walked in, he prayed to God, and as soon as he walked into the middle of the ring, Usyk hit him with a, what did he hit him with? A right, stumbled him right back straight away, pushed him right back onto the outskirts again. And then as soon as they get into a point where you're supposed to be using your size and your strength to bully him, what he should have been doing, not what he should have been doing, because in the ring it's crazy, it gets silly. But not what he should have been doing. But I feel like there wasn't that thing. It's like I don't even have to formulate it into words. Like there's that killer thing that that you want to take your opponent's head off. Like, are you mad? You've just beaten me up all of these rounds. Even coming towards the end
I said he's turned into a businessman, and it's almost like when I came into boxing, it was what we call straight road, man.
Yeah.
I was straight road.
Yeah,
I didn't care what the ref said to me. I had to learn to like kind of polish up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was so raw.
Yeah.
And like ref telling me stuff like they're doing signs like this and doing like this to me. And I was like, what the hell are you chatting about, bro? I just fighting this brother.
Look, as a roadman though, someone punches you in your face. Are you mad? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but the thing is this. First, you got to learn how to be professional. You got to learn how to control your emotions. So I learned all that. But one thing I didn't get rid of was that thing where if I'm in trouble and I'm hurt, I know you're going to finish me. I'm coming back. I have to show you my fighting spirit.
Exactly.
So when Usyk was overcoming him with that jab, because his southpaw jab was doing some damage, hence we see the damage on AJ's face. And then he was catching him with like 2-3 punch combinations. And it was time for AJ to say, okay, cool, I've taken yours. Here's some of mine. Yeah. Here's some of the stuff I've been working on over the last 16 weeks. Taste this, bruv. And I didn't see, okay, I've taken yours. Now you take some of mine.
Yeah.
I didn't see the pain and the hunger to put it on Usyk. It was all rather nice. I listened to many interviews and he has been talking about giving, when Ruiz won the title, that was good of me because I allowed, this was his words in the interview, I tried to look at everything as a positive, which is wonderful. Yeah. But when you extend it and then you start talking about, because of you, the opportunity that Rui gave to Ruiz to make Mexico, and because of the way the fight went, you got to get Mexico his first champion. But as a fighter, your job is not to give the other fighter an opportunity to become the first champion.
Exactly.
You're supposed to shut all doors to that. So the whole conversation for me, even the conversation is not cutthroat warrior, don't come in my zone. I'm not invincible, but if you hurt me, I'm going to show you something. You're going to have to put me to sleep for me to
and that's another thing
relinquish my belts.
That's another thing as well.
Your volume's gone down.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
At the heart of the lion.
I said before the fight started, I said Usyk's tactic if he's gonna beat AJ, what I said he's gonna have to do was basically break down AJ stamina wise till about the 7th, 8th round. That's what I said he would have to do. Break him down stamina wise so that the punches don't have as much impact.
Yeah, big up. Sorry, one of my usages coming up. Big up. Yes, coach. How you doing? Big up, guys.
Come on.
Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's session.
Come on, activated. Yeah. So I said he's gonna have to break him down stamina wise to the 7th, 8th round, and then, because then you remove a lot of the advantage that AJ had in terms of punching power. Because as AJ gets more tired, these punches aren't gonna have as much impact as he would have had early on in the fight. AJ would have been better off breaking him with some big heavy blows, putting the fear of God in him from early on, so he doesn't want to get hit, and he's more on the back foot. As long as he keeps him in that mindset. But I said if you can keep AJ at bay in terms of getting big hits by AJ before the 7th, 8th round, I knew that if AJ wasn't in control of that fight by the 7th, 8th round, the game was lost.
Yeah. So tell me about, what do you think went wrong? Because for me, the whole strategy, which should come from the people that you're paying hundreds of thousands of pounds of your money to prepare you for, I need to see how you earn that money in the corner, because I need you to help me, because we get things wrong as fighters and we might get caught up in the fight, but you're our eyes and ears outside of the ring. And what I need to hear from our corner, listen, Prince, you're letting this go. The guys just won the last round, the one before that. I need you to win this round, and here's what you need to do it. This is what I am earning my worth. And for me, I didn't see that. And maybe that's come from, for the whole strategy being built up and the plan to preparing for the fight, maybe the one they gambled on, well, obviously the one that they gambled on didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Because I heard McCracken say something, and it was like, well, AJ just needed to step to him and put it on him and keep the pressure on. But it's all right for you to say that at the press conference and talk, but how did you prepare him to do that? Was that the strategy that you trained him to do, and did he do something else on the night? Because if that's what you're saying, then say that. But don't just say, here's what AJ should have been doing. Yeah, we know what he should have been doing, but you're supposed to prepare him for that.
The whole fight, I was screaming at the TV saying, bruv, this guy needs to bully this guy. The points, he's not going to win on points. He needs to realize at some point, he needed to realize, I'm not going to win this on points. So
but I heard Eddie Hearn say that you can't just go in there and bully Usyk. Chisora tried that, but Chisora's not AJ.
Yeah, exactly.
AJ's a little bit better schooled and with different attributes than Derek Chisora.
Exactly.
So I think if he tried to bully him, because Derek did have success, let's keep it real. That was a closer fight than AJ and Usyk. 100%. Derek done better against Usyk than AJ. Go figure, bruv.
Because of the mindset
when he's got more advantages.
Yeah. The mindset. Chisora has that killer instinct in him.
Yeah.
Where he might not be as skilled as AJ. If you add those two things together.
Right. He'd be the champion of the world, yeah?
Yeah. That's it. But I don't see that thing in him. People keep saying he has it. I'm like, I don't see it. I do not see this killer instinct thing in AJ, bro. I see a really nice guy that can box really well.
Really nice. You can't help not liking AJ. He's a lovely individual. But I think there's something that he needs to just get hungry again. Yeah. Okay, do you remember when he fought Dylan White? Don't you remember seeing a bit of road in him there?
You see that? That was personal for him.
So here's the deal. Here's what people are doing. And AJ's loving it because he's comfortable. He doesn't like when people ruffle his feathers. He prefers to have a respectful guy, shake his hand, be nice, all of that. Ruiz put him to sleep mentally.
Yeah, trust.
Friends, AJ gave him the belt. Now, this is deep now, you know. I'm the champ, and I'm going to let you hold my belt and take pictures of my belt. No sirree. You know the work I put in to be able to get this around my waist. You ain't having a go. The only people that are having a go are little kids who I want to get gassed and G'd up, but they too can become a champ. Here, take a picture. Another fighter.
Of him, like, you know, Ruiz was looking at that picture 100 times. You know that already. When he took the picture with the belt, he looked at that picture 100,000 times, bro. He kept staring at that, creating the mental image. I'm a champion. What? Look at me with my belts. Look at me with my belts. You know that's what's going on already. You know when you create a mental image for yourself in your mind before you go into it. You're already seeing yourself as champion.
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is go and take it into reality, and that's exactly what Ruiz did.
How about as a natural fighter being able to change your mindset during the fight and be able to change the tactics? Because sometimes during the fight you're like, this ain't working. Because his pouring jab wasn't working. He was getting through. Usyk was sneaking through with his
Usyk
southpaw.
kept baiting him though as well. I seen Usyk eat a couple to get AJ excited, and as soon as AJ got excited, he took control of the fight right back again. I said, this guy's tricking this guy, bro.
Yeah,
this guy's tricking him.
very intelligent. How do you think number 2 would go then?
I think I'm worried, man. I think personally, my gut saying Usyk's gonna take it again. I don't know if AJ's got it in him, but I will say this: AJ's got all of the attributes to beat him. Usyk is not the best, in my opinion.
It's not, he's not invincible. It's a good big one.
He's a good guy
against an excellent little one.
But I think AJ didn't show up to the fight. I think just as you said, if the AJ that fought Dylan White,
we can't keep saying that. We can't keep saying that with Ruiz. Oh, AJ didn't turn up. With this guy, AJ didn't turn up. He's turned up. He's turned up and he's performed.
What?
His performance hasn't been good enough. He'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Don't take it from me. AJ will tell you this. I've got beaten by the better man.
That fought Dylan White shows up. That AJ with that killer, that personal, you're trying to mug man, fam. Like, I'm gonna talk you. That AJ shows up. I reckon he'll do it. I reckon he'll put him to sleep. But he has to advance. He has to eat a couple and just show, man. Listen, I'm gonna. This, you know when you show, man, like bro,
the raw rags mentality.
Yeah, you have to switch that on.
This. Like, I think he's gonna have to let businessman deal with the business, because sometimes you can get caught up in everything. What's going on with the business side? Because he's a big brand now, so it must be very difficult as well to be able to balance things, dealing with so much business in his career. Because remember, he's not just boxing, you know. My man's got his fingers in pies and stuff, bro. It's his business. You know, when you're getting your money on, you know, there's lots going on that we're not privy to. But I can just understand as a champion, that's building, you know, your legacy, building your brand. That takes meetings, that takes things has to go down, things has to happen. So, you know, he might have some people helping to do stuff, but he's obviously been involved in a big way as well. So he's growing as a businessman as well as having to grow as a boxer. That's why boxing is just something that you've got to be like this.
But a fight is a fight. A fight is a
television.
Fight. And there's something that look, for instance, you're a fighter, yeah? You're a fighter. You are a very big, strong man. You have the intellect boxing intellect, and you have the aggression. You're a very dangerous fighter to fight. If you bang me in my face, I'm gonna want to hit you. There ain't nothing in me that is gonna fit, unless you put man to sleep straight away, and I'm like, just straight, go on sleeping, yeah? There ain't nothing in man that is gonna wanna basically at the end of the fight be looking at you thinking, I'm gonna want to take your head off. That's just the be all and end all of it. It's just up there. That's all it is. But man doesn't. I don't know, man. But then you mentioned the Dylan White thing, and I've remembered, like, oh shit, he does have the aggression thing where you can switch it on, but he doesn't take it personal enough. And I think you're right. It's a business, but this is a fight. And man are disrespecting you with every punch they're landing on you, bro. Every punch man is landing on you. Man is showing you you're a waste, man. Every single time man slap you, he's showing you you're a waste, man. Every time he pushes you to the end of the ring, makes you stumble, he's making you look like an idiot. And that is something that he needs to remember. It is personal. It's not just oh yeah, man's in the ring. It is very personal, fam. Man is punching your head in, fam.
Yeah. So Usyk's stock's gone up now. So he's not only a cruiserweight undisputed, he is a heavyweight undisputed. Bro,
this is crazy,
he is in an elite, super elite bunch. Very few people have done this. He's joined Holyfield. going from a lesser weight group category, coming up to heavyweight, and not just claiming a belt. You know, he got a belt, not just claiming a belt, and that's terrific in of itself. But to get a number of belts, it's fantastic. All right, so Holyfield was categorically undisputed at one point. He hasn't reached that yet because Fury's there, and Fury will turn over the apple cart on everyone's
Hey, what? So I said Fury would have wasted him. If it was Fury versus Usyk, Fury would waste him. I believe that because Fury don't play no games.
Because Fury also is very intelligent, and he's a fighting man. So money, business, brands, none of that's going to get in the way because he's a fighting man first. He's a fighting man first. And he just has a complete different mindset than AJ. Both of their mindsets obviously have worked for them, because AJ's a great success, but they're very different people. I find that Fury so raw, transparent, real, that you have to connect with him, you have to respect him. AJ's a little bit more cagey and wanting you to see him in a certain way and project himself and, you know, as this, not as this nice guy, because I just think he's a really nice guy. So he's not trying to be the nice guy, but I think there's times he puts so much thought into answering questions that shows me that he's thinking about what you're going to think about me if I don't answer it in a certain way. When just speak it from here, just talk from here, then it's all good. And as long as you accept who you are, but everybody else, bro, just keep it real. Remember that you're just a man from the ends in Watford that was on tag doing your thing. So, you know, there was somebody on my thing that was like, oh, AJ, he's let down all the blacks, let down all the Africans. And I said, no, I said, don't ever speak like that, bro.
Yeah, that
I said, you've got a guy that is put, if you want to talk about Africans and blacks, he's put you right up there on the map and represented and showed, and he showed youths that, like, there's a chance for everyone. Because I was doing drugs, I was doing run-ins, and I was in a business on the roads and making money with goons. And, you know, I've decided to stay focused, got in the gym, and that's the message that we all need to share with young people. Yeah. So for me, like, blow the trumpet for AJ and what he's done all day long. Bravo, you know, I'm just, as a boxer and as a boxing fan, discussing what I saw as a fighter. Mine isn't personal. I'm just talking about what I saw fighting. But him as an individual, what he's accomplished, I'll be giving that mad shout out, and I'll never get personal and say he's let. He ain't let no one down. He can't let his family down. No one. Yeah, he's to be proud of.
His life is on cruise control. I think we're talking as fighters. Like, yo, when you're in the ring and you're fighting. All of that business stuff, all of your all of that goes out of the window.
Someone said he needs to do a bit of the Philly, the Philly Nuff. Who's this? Yeah, someone's talking about him needing, but I know what they're talking about the Philly style, because the Philly man them is proper. Bit of the Philly bend off the rules, rough and tumble. Yeah, in fact, he could do with going to Thingy's gym. He could do with going to Mayweather's gym. Yeah, where man ain't counting no rounds. You're boxing for half an hour. Like, he needs a bit of some roughness. You know, when you've come from the roads, had tag, done all that, got through, but you're the golden boy. It's a bit like De La Hoya, the golden boy. But De La Hoya never lost that little vicious streak to fight. And maybe AJ is. It's just things
even
that
Nigel
he can think about.
Nigel Benn's style was crazy, bro. He would have
never lost it. AJ seems scared of gassing out. Okay. Yeah, he seems scared of gassing out or something, someone says. So let's move forward and what's next for him. What do you think of him and Fury and him and Wilder?
I think the AJ that I saw yesterday, Wilder would destroy him. Both of them would destroy him. That AJ that showed up yesterday, he was too nice yesterday, man. Just way too nice. He's way too nice. Like even the entrance, bruv. He's got fireworks, big AJ fighting fire.
I don't care about that. What I cared about was that he was so busy, just like everybody else.
Yeah,
it was important for him to even kiss the family friend along route. And I know her and I know her partner, and it's lovely because their relationship's tight. But when I'm coming to fight someone, I ain't got time to be watching, because my head is on the fact that someone is in the ring.
You see the way you
and he's trying to spoil and mash up my face. So when you look at me, you can't even look at me good. He's trying to put me to sleep. He's trying to beat me up. My game face is on. And I never saw a game face.
Usyk didn't even show his face. Usyk came in.
No, he didn't. Yeah, mooned it. He come out of a moonwalker. You should have done the Michael Jackson back moonwalk with that. That would have been dope with that moon mask. But you could see he was focused. There was a massive difference in the mindset of the two fighters. And you could question and say, are you into your own hype so much that it's taken the edge off you? Like, because I remember when you're hungry and you're coming up, you are just thinking any man could take you out, so I'm gonna take you out first. And then you get comfy and you think, well, you know what, this guy's a little guy, he can't do me nothing. He hasn't even got concussive knockout power. How's he gonna stop me? And in the end, if it was a few more seconds, AJ could have found himself being stopped by Usyk. So I just think number two, what's he gonna have to change? And if he comes out doing the same thing, trying to outbox a superior boxer, because they've got it in his head, oh, the way you boxed against Ruiz. But I didn't think so. I thought to myself, okay, box a bit, but it was a bit of a run box style. It was a little bit like, I'm scared to gunfight with this guy because I still got nightmares of when I mixed it with you. You hurt me and put me to sleep.
Bro.
I wasn't too convinced with the Ruiz win, even though I know you boxed him. But that's not what you should be developing as a big, strong fighter. You should be developing a Riddick Bowe type style where you're allowed to control the center as a big guy and a strong guy. Use your assets. Do you know what I'm saying? Use what you've got. It's like a plumber, one of the man with his toolbox, and he's got his wrench, but he keeps using other tools when the wrench can deal with bare stuff. And you're not using the tools that you got. And
something else, it says a lot about the mindset when you've lost every single round, and at the end when man's basically putting in the work on you, you're there smiling and acting like you're doing something special. It says a lot, bro. Like, to me anyway. To me...
Yeah, I ain't got time to be smiling. I've got time to be trying to come back with licks, because that's what's going on. So I wish AJ and the best, as I always do, and I wish him that he kind of looks at how he's being prepared, because he's a guy that admits that I've got more to learn in the game. But bro, we know that. Yeah. But you've got lots of belts in your possession.
There's a time to say I got a lot to learn.
You can't look at yourself as a guy with lots to learn. That's something you do in the gym. It's what you do. You can't come out and speak it and be saying, yeah, I'm still learning. Now, we know you are, bro, but you're the champ. You got loads of belts. So you have to be the king. You have to own your title. And when you own it, then you walk out into the ring with that ownership. So maybe Ruiz stole that from him. Maybe that's what's happened. That beating, that loss, stole something from him, because he doesn't have that same air. And I'm not saying he's a better or worse fighter now. I'm just saying that there's something about your confidence and your air of invincibility that you have about you that can be stolen when another guy beats you. And that's why it's always good to see what happens when your O is gone. What kind of fighter are you when your O's gone? And can you demonstrate your character, the same fighting spirit character, when you don't have that O to protect anymore? Is it about you or was it about the O?
That's
lose
powerful.
yourself? Did you lose yourself when you lost the O? Because if you don't lose yourself, people will always see that hard, strong, tough, confident AJ. No matter how the fight goes, you see I gave 100. Even when man hurt me, I'm trying to bang him back and lean on him and push him around.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying,
that
bro. That's exactly what I was saying. Even that, you know, like you push, man. Like when you be like every time they get into like, as you call it, the gunfight, man's trying to clinch. Every single time.
I saw the clinching. I was like, nah, don't clinch the little guy.
What the?
Like wear him down. There's a difference between clinching him to get out of his attacks or you clinching him to wear him down. Because you can do that. You can wear this guy down as well because you're a big guy. So I think that there's things, there's people that AJ can work with that understand how to develop some skills in him that he needs to add so he can really utilize the assets that he's got. And I'm not sure if the guys that he's with understand how to do that. I'm not sure. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it in him yet. Like him boxing like Riddick Bowe, that's dominant jab, you know, in the pocket, taking away punches, coming back, left hook, flipping, body punches. I'm not seeing the array of skills that, you know, maybe that's a thing of the past, but why should it be? If we're trying to be a student of the sport, then you have to adopt these things. Jab and hook to the body, come back, straight right down the pipe, back on the jab again, lining him up. You know what I'm saying? The southpaws, you've got to be using that like a jab. I think he would have paused. I saw him putting Usyk under pressure about twice.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, look at that. Nice.
Keep
that up.
I felt like Usyk was using that though, because there was a time when Usyk couldn't really reach him, and then that's when it's like he took the gas, the pedal off the gas for a second.
Yeah.
Then AJ come in and then started dominating again. Yeah. That's how I took it. I didn't take it like AJ was truly dominating. I took it like, right, this guy keeps tricking this guy and he's not seeing it.
Well, if he'd done it for longer, you probably would have taken it for AJ's dominating. He just didn't do it for long enough.
But then that's the problem. If he
that's it. Maybe he couldn't do it, but maybe he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. It's about what Usyk done that stopped him from doing what he was doing. But big respect to AJ. I actually saw him moving his head. Even when he was about to get taken out in the last round, he was doing things I never seen him do before, which was moving his head and changing heights and coming up. And before, when he fought Ruiz, it was this. And he was under attack and he done this. But when it was Usyk, he was doing this and coming down and turning. And I thought, nice, AJ. That's good. You know, just add something different to what you do. So there was things that I liked, and there was a lot of things he didn't get right, and as a result, you know, he lost the fight, and it's sad. But it's always fights he doesn't have to lose. Ruiz didn't have to lose. So I think I would say to a fighter that was in the same predicament as AJ, I would say to him, look at you. What's going on with you? Mindset. It's not so much about everything happening afterwards outside of you. What's going on here? What are you thinking that is resulting in you fighting the way you fight and not being up and hungry and vicious for the fights. Even though you've never really been like that, you have been hungrier. So how come you're not displaying that hunger that you was from the beginning? Because I think a sign of a real warrior is no matter where he is in his career, his hunger for victory never changes.
That's Mayweather.
Mayweather, 49-0, hunger to win and stay at the top never changes. That's why no matter what you want to say about Mayweather, you have to respect that brother highly. It's his hunger. If somebody was in the lead, Mayweather would find a way to up the tempo, because you know in your brain it's like a clock that works for fighting. It tells you stuff. Nah, I'm going to put it on this guy some more. I need to feel better that I'm back in control. The last few rounds, your mind tells you. So let's all support him and hope that he comes back nice, because we'd love to see a AJ Fury fight. And I'd hate for Usyk to mess up the apple cart and we never get to see that fight. How sad would that be?
That'd be so sad.
I'm telling you, there are going to be some retiring heavyweights soon.
Really?
Believe that, bro. Fury won't be around fighting for long. And AJ already knows he ain't going to be around fighting for long. Why do you think he could sign a new contract with Eddie Hearns and to the end of his career? Of course he can sign that, because they already got an idea when the end of his career is, and it ain't that far away, bro.
You're right.
Why would it be far away? I've done everything I got to do. You know, I've made all the money I got to make. So come on now.
Oh, that's a sad story, man.
Yeah, big. That's nice having you on, bro. It's nice having you chatting with you.
Bro. Really.
Come on, you Rs. The QPR's been doing fantastic. So big up to all my R supporters, QPR supporters online. Big respect. QPR's been showing some great spirit and great grit, fighting back, skills. Got some phenomenal players coming up. That fight, best about Fury's age will be that fight will be easy for Fury. Well, Fury did tell us, he did say that that's not a big deal for him. That's not a big, hard fight as people think. If AJ loses again, he may never fight Fury. Exactly. So, you know, I'm not happy about him losing twice to Usyk. So let's think about this. Because where do you go? Listen how deep this is. Where does AJ go when he goes to the Ukraine and fights Fury again and he loses again in a closer fight, but he loses again because he's on Ukraine soil? And those Europeans ain't giving up their titles so easy.
Exactly. Them man got a grit.
Yeah.
Them man got a grit about them.
It's gone a bit sticky now. Kind of AJ messed it up really, big time. Even bigger than Ruiz. Because Ruiz, they dictated when they'll have the next fight. And they didn't give Ruiz any time to enjoy himself. So Ruiz is trying to enjoy all his accolades, and all the Mexicans want to be around him, and he's eating food. He ain't got time to get ready for a fight. By the time he does get ready, it's way too late. His mind's not right. His body's not in no condition. He can't do that to Usyk, because Usyk's a different kettle of fish. He won't throw off. He won't be out there raving it up.
Usyk's going to come back better. He's going to come back smarter.
I think so.
And Dylan White said it before the fight as well. He said the issue with AJ is the mindset. He said, if anything, that's his weakness. His weak point is it's not about what his skill set is. It's not about his ability. It's not about
it's the mind.
It's about his mind.
Hence why I said what I said. It's the mind.
I think you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah. So with that thought, let's all think about what's stopping us from claiming our titles. Our titles stand for whatever it is that we are after in life. That peace, that joy, that relationships, that success. What's stopping us from attaining that? And what are we doing that makes us lose our focus and lose our titles? It's not, this one don't just go out for AJ. It goes out to all of us on our life's journey, because we're all champions, but are we really displaying our championship mentality? Are we really displaying our skills? Are we taking ownership of our life? Are we improving daily and growing, or are we just existing? Or are we just going through the paces? Or is there no hunger and passion in what we're trying to achieve in life and what we're trying to do? You know, that's the real questions.
It is.
Out of all of this stuff, we could talk about AJ all night, but if we don't point the finger back at us and think about what we're doing and our belts that we're after in life.
I know about the PTSD of losing something that is major for you, bro. I know about it. And it's crazy because I told a lot of the young boys that come and work with my company now, because I say, look, at the age of 21, turning 22, I got my first #1. Yeah. That for any artist is like a huge accolade, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've had to battle the industry, deal with, like, this is before the industry had Spotify and all these things. I've had to deal with the PTSD of seeing man switch up, all of these things in it. And moving forward, these ghosts still exist in your mind, or in my mind. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these ghosts of these battles I've had to fight are still existing. So even when I get past, there's a lot of PTSD that exists, you get it? So
yeah, brother.
It's a mazzayin. So I just say, look, it's a battle for everybody, but you have to recognize these ghosts exist. And once you start recognizing these ghosts exist, you can start moving forward and actually start attacking them and addressing them and becoming, you can find that hunger again. But you have to defeat the ghosts in your mind before you could defeat the opponent in front of you. Basically, before you could tackle the issues in front of you, before you could tackle what you know, because the fights that we fight, we know we can win, and that's the crazy part.
Rob, we just need to be honest with ourselves. That's the first thing we do, is have a honest conversation with yourself. Put all the ego aside, you know, all the stories we've been telling ourselves, because we got the story and then we got reality. You know, I used to tell myself a story that my dad, he was this and he was that, and that's why my life's like that. That's why I got a temper. That's why I act like this and do that. That's the story I told myself. But in reality, it was just that my dad had a messed up childhood growing up, didn't sort out his business, didn't know how to, didn't get help with it, didn't know how to appreciate, love his kids and enjoy being with them. But the reality is my dad still was my dad, and he brought me up in a home, and I learned things from him that I was able to use that helped me to become a better person in life. So I used the good stuff that he had, and then I swept away the other stuff, realizing that I've got other stuff too that I'd like someone to sweep away and be able to and focus on the good stuff that I've come with. Because we all got good stuff to come with and leave. Because if we focus on everyone's negatives, then all of us are all bad and we're all horrible. But if we all focus on something good about each other, then we learn something and become a better person because of the other person's mistakes or their characteristics that needs improving or whatever it is. But this is a growth journey. And the way we grow is by being real with ourselves first. And then we can easily be real with other people. All right?
100%.
Big up, King. Lovely to be with you. Lovely to be with everybody else on the platform. Thanks, everyone, for their comments. I was just like, I just wanted to have a chat about AJ and hear someone talk. So it's great. Shinecity coming on. Music man, them. Any young people that are out there, you got skills in spitting bars, in poetry, all of that, singing some notes, then boom. You know, contact Shinecity, give him a shout, and dash him a demo. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we still got to do our thing. My man, I done a demo. I done an audition.
Bro, you know where I'm at, bro. We could anytime, bro. You know.
I done an audition for you live on the phone.
Bro, right. Bro, and the tune is still there, bro. It's not gone nowhere. It's there.
Nice.
The instrumental's there, bro.
Good. Watch out, guys. You subscribe to Dr. Mark Prince OBE YouTube channel. I'm going to be working on that on the regular. You see the new release of Dr. Prince show It's on YouLook TV. So go online, press YouLook TV. The first interviews with Frank Warren. We've got plenty more interviews after that. Jeremy Kyle, Adam Smith, Jeremy Lynch. Jeremy Kyle. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Jeremy Lynch, my guy. Lovely individual. Great baller, isn't he? And he's just the best.
He's the greatest content creator out there.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. The content that he puts out is top class, isn't it? He's the man. So I'm having a chat with him. So come on, go on to YouLook channel, sign up to my YouTube channel. I'm just keep following the work I'm doing because I am working with so many young people, you know, and anything you guys can do with helping us broaden our reach, mentor more young people. I'm down at the Tottenham gym every week. East N17 8A, the Tottenham Community Sports Centre. You can link back there anytime, guys. Bless up, King. Love
you, fam. Peace.
And blessings to everyone online. Yeah? Let me just see. God bless. Real talk, Mark. Thank you so much. Since Ruiz scared of getting hit, yeah, don't think he has the stamina to sustain an attack without passing out. That alone is very bad news against Fury. Yeah, that is very bad news. Started following you, bless. Stone Wolf, what's good, Mark? Catch up soon. Hope so, bro. Hope so. Let's see. Real talk, Mark. Bless you. God bless. You at Sit Treed. Yes, lovely. Jeremy Carr. You know, you had to laugh at the Jeremy Carr one, didn't it? It's too funny. Blessing you right through it will be the build up. Yeah, it will be the build up. You are lovely. I've done game changes with you, Mark. Another young man that I've interacted and impacted. You should have come on the live as well and just chat to me for a bit. Let me know what you're doing now and game changers from all that time ago, bro. 2014. I'm very well. I hope you're well, my brother. I'm definitely going to send you a message next time. Usyk was so impressive. He certainly was. And I expected him to be. You said AJ looked good, to be honest. If I was someone else, AJ would have looked great. She said, Mark. Bless, guys. I'm going to get some good rest. Got early morning session to deliver. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Much love. And look out for the lives and look out for the YouTube channel. Take care, guys. Bye. Where's this? Uh-huh.